Hi, I'm Vaishali. Welcome to Vaishali's Tips and Tricks. I have with me today Kshitij Sahani. And what are you going to teach me today?
So we'll do a very interesting recipe. I like to call them Grexican chicken wraps because bold Mexican flavors and techniques,
Okay.
but with the hero of the dish being Greek style dressing.
Excellent.
So let me deconstruct the wrap for you. It's basically we'll use soft tortillas.
Okay.
Then you'll take a nice coriander chicken. You'll have great salsa fresca, which is nothing but freshly made salsa. And for the dip, like I said, we'll use a Greek tzatziki style dip.
It sounds very good. Let's get going.
Right. So
Are we going to start with the chicken?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's
Before
marinate
that,
the chicken.
can I borrow an apron from you, please?
Sure, go ahead.
Thank you.
I have a nice floral one for you.
Nice and fluff. Great. So we'll get started with the marinade for the chicken.
Sure.
So it's a very basic, easy to do marinade, and as long as you marinate it for the more flavor, will seep in.
Okay.
But minimum 2 hours is good enough time.
Great.
So we will start with basic ginger garlic paste.
So is this chicken breast that we have taken?
Yes, this is diced chicken breast.
So
Now,
about 2 large chicken breasts. That
two
are
large chicken breasts that are diced into small pieces. So, I mean, if you don't want to cut them yourselves, when you go to your butcher, you can ask them to do really small pieces.
Yeah.
Because small pieces, number one, will cook fast, evenly, and will not get dried out
Right.
too fast.
True.
So, small pieces, and obviously because it has to be filled into a wrap,
Right.
so not too big.
So we've used some ginger garlic paste.
Right, ginger garlic paste, and we'll use just a huge tablespoon of hung curd.
Uncle.
And this will just make it a little richer. And we'll use some black pepper, maybe a little more, and salt to taste. And we will use some olive oil.
Nice. Extra virgin olive oil. Or you could even use regular olive oil.
Yeah, you can use
Because that's
regular
going to
oil,
be cooked. Yeah.
but extra virgin is always preferred. And we'll add some lemon juice. Good, so we'll do some lemon juice. That's it. And now the only thing remaining is a whole lot of cilantro
Fresh.
or coriander, dhania, goes by many names. Just looking like this. Try to cut them as fine as we can. Chopping them finely will release more flavor,
Yes.
which is what we want to do.
That's right.
And this chicken will take on a very nice fresh green color
Because of the cilantro.
because of cilantro wrap. So once we're done with the initial chop, we'll just try to do a rough chop again. Try to get them as fine as we can.
Nice.
Great. So lots and lots of coriander going into the chicken. And yeah, and then we have to give it a good mix. Don't be afraid to get your hands inside. I mean, that's the best way to do a nice marinade.
Right.
And just keep on mixing, making sure all the pieces are coated evenly.
Yes.
Also, you can optionally add a little bit of paprika or red chili flakes to this
Right.
if you
And
want
make it
it
spicier
a
if you
little
want
spicy.
it,
Yeah.
Spicy. So let's pop this into the refrigerator and leave
Yeah,
it there for 2
yeah,
hours.
yeah.
And we come back again and
Sure.
continue the rest of the recipe. So we are back after 2 hours and we have a nicely marinated
Right.
chicken which is
And
ready to
drained
be
out
cooked.
also, so I've taken out all excess water.
Okay.
So there wasn't much to begin with because
Right.
the curd was already hung, but
Right.
still just a little water that we had. So we can get started on the chicken.
Great.
We'll just add some oil and heat it. Let's get the pan nice and hot. Maybe just a tad bit more. Let's get the pan nice and hot. Now cooking this chicken will not take a lot of time.
Okay.
It's it's very
Small pieces
yeah,
and well marinated as
well
well.
marinated diced chicken.
Right.
Just a quick saute
Okay.
should do the trick.
So we'll just let it heat up a little bit. Please.
Yeah.
The pan is heated,
Yeah, yeah.
and let's add the chicken.
While the chicken is cooking, we will get the salsa fresca ready. So again, fresh tomatoes and just an onion to give it a little kick. So just standard diced tomatoes, lengthwise, breadthwise, and then color that's starting to come to it.
Right.
We'll just give it a little more color, drain off some of the excess liquid. Let's reduce the liquid, and then our chicken is good to go. We'll not go for the salsa.
Yeah.
So now we have finely diced tomatoes in. Then we'll do onion as well. So we don't need a lot of onion here because again, it's salsa fresca and not cucumber salad. So we don't want the onions overpowering it. So I think
Just half an onion.
just half an onion is good. This is
So
just
loads of tomatoes.
loads
little
of
bit
tomatoes,
onion,
little bit of onions,
and
and of course
lots of.
lots of cilantro. Like I mentioned, my favorite herb. So we'll do a quick rough chop of it as well. So that's it, and then just a few basic things that we need to add to this. Now this is not a very complex recipe, so we'll add fresh juice. Let's use just a little more level. Salsa fresca should be very very tangy.
Mhm.
Great. Looks good. Hint of sugar as well balances out the acidity of the lemon.
A lot of recipes which are savory, we add just a tinge
Just
of,
a tinge of sugar, yeah.
so that it kind of
Balances
Balance
out basically
out,
the
yeah.
sour and the spicy. So salt, just a bit more, and then the most important ingredient for salsa fresca is Cajun seasoning, which makes it truly Mexican.
it is really worth buying Cajun seasoning if you don't have it already.
Oh, yeah,
because it
yeah,
goes so well with a lot of recipes.
I mean, so just the final ingredient of the salsa fresca, touch of olive oil. It'll just make the salsa a little smoother, and that's it.
And it's great to have extra virgin olive oil. So
Yeah. I mean, olive oil is again another ingredient that I absolutely love.
So the salsa looks ready.
If you like your salsa to not be this chunky, I mean, this is just chopped tomatoes, then you can just sort of take a mortar pestle, flatten it out. Don't blend it; it'll turn into tomato puree.
Right.
But just take a mortar pestle and work a little bit on it, and it'll become nice and chunky,
Smoother, slightly,
slightly smoother than this.
Yeah.
I like my salsa, like this, very rough,
Right.
because especially when it's going into a wrap.
And
So I-
the chicken looks done as well.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
we're going to turn off the flame and
So it looks, the coriander gives a really nice greenish tinge to the chicken.
and it's smelling great as well.
Great. So
Now
our salsa fresca is done, our chicken is done, and
the last thing-
cucumber, garlic, and dill.
That's right.
So I like using coriander, and I like using just a little bit of yellow mustard also.
Okay.
Gives a little kick. So let's start with it. Here I have hung curd. A very important part of this recipe is hanging the curd for a good few hours, preferably overnight.
Okay.
Because for this dip, all excess water should be drained. It'll give you a nice cheesy type of texture. And this is actually a really great dressing to use in anything that you can,
And super healthy as well because we add
yeah,
cucumber
there is
in
no
it here.
mayo, there is no butter, there is no cheese
Right.
involved into this. And
So let's get going. Let's put the cucumber in.
Great. So we'll quickly just grate some cucumber into this. So we'll grate the cucumber with skin. Let me quickly test if it's good. So with skin, we'll grate some cucumber. Now again, the reason for using completely drained out curd is cucumber releases a lot of water anyway.
Right.
So we'll get the right consistency once it's hit the dip. Great, that seems good enough. So you can be generous with the cucumber if you add in a little more of it. There's no harm.
Okay.
It's just some more added flavor. So I have already grated some garlic
Okay.
here.
We'll add that.
So for this recipe, grating the garlic is very important, and not chopped garlic but grated garlic.
Okay.
Because grating will release more flavor,
Okay.
and it'll make sure that you don't have any large chunks of garlic coming in your mouth since we're adding to this raw.
Right.
Again, just a little bit of sugar to balance out the acidity from the mustard that I am going to add,
Okay.
and the lemon juice.
Right.
So this is where
Shake it a little bit.
I add my own twist to the recipe
Okay. By adding mustard.
by adding mustard. That
so
is
we are doing Kshitij's version.
of tzatziki. Yeah, so you can use any mustard. I'm using yellow mustard. Dijon will also go fantastically well with this. Then we'll do just some chili flakes. You can add more chili flakes if you like your dip on the spicier side. And the final thing, we will again use a lot of coriander over here. So this whole recipe has a lot of coriander
Fresh coriander,
in all
that's
the different components of the recipe. Great. So our coriander is done. Just add some salt and pepper to taste. So this is black pepper. You can also use white pepper if you want.
Salt and garlic.
Cool, so now that all the ingredients are here, I'll just quickly whisk it. So why don't you give it a try. Let's
Yeah.
see how I have done. This is a test of my dip.
Yum.
Yeah.
Absolutely fresh. I can get the coriander and the cucumber and also the garlic. It's perfect.
Great, great. So let's start assembling these wraps. So this is a cold wrap
Okay.
that I'm making. However, you can heat the tortillas a bit if you want as well.
Okay.
So for people who don't like a lot of cold wraps, you can heat the tortilla.
We can first heat the tortilla and then wrap it
Yeah,
up.
you can
or-
heat the tortilla and then wrap it up.
Okay.
So first thing is a nice generous dollop of our tzatziki style dip. So just spread it around.
Okay.
And I like to coat the whole tortilla with it. Reason being, with every bite, a lot of the dip
get
and the
enough
flavor,
of
you get
flavors,
enough of both the dip and the other components. So next thing, we'll add some salsa fresca to it, and this it completely depends on how much of fresh flavor you want, and you can add a lot of it, you can add a little bit of it. Completely depends on how fresh you want your wrap to taste, but anyway it'll taste very fresh because of the tzatziki dip that we have going on. So salsa fresca in. Let's add the chicken to it. Oh, okay. So let's. Now again, depends on how loaded you want your wrap to be.
Sure.
If you like nice slim wraps, you can put in less chicken. If you like a nice loaded, fat wrap, so you can do that. Now, let's start rolling these wraps. So rolling these will come with a bit of practice. So by the time you are done with your third wrap,
Yes.
you will finally get it right. So basically, as we roll, You'll keep pushing the ingredients in
So that
and a little tight so that we can seal the wrap properly as well. So after the first fold,
fold it from the sides.
we'll seal it from the sides so that it's easier to eat. And if you've done this part correctly, then the rest should be a breeze. There you go, that's my first wrap. Why don't you try it?
No, go ahead.
So again, I'm sealing everything in. Right, now that our wraps are ready, a serving suggestion how you can plate it. The wrap is already quite fancy as it is. If you want to take it to the next level, we'll do a diagonal cut. And can I get a really nice plate?
Yes, sure. I have one right here.
Great. This looks great. So what we'll do is, we'll put one piece like this and we'll set the other piece like this.
Awesome.
And there you go.
That looks fresh.
The Mexican chicken wraps.
Thank you so much. It's a complete meal because we
It's a
have
complete
our
meal.
protein, carbohydrates, and
Absolutely,
vitamins
everything.
from the fresh tomatoes and cilantro that we have added in here.
Right.
So it's like a perfect meal, something that you can carry to work, something that you can come back
Yeah.
from work, and it is not a recipe that takes too much time.
Absolutely.
So please go ahead and do try the recipe. So remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Vaishali's Tips and Treats. Also like my Facebook page and follow me on Instagram as well.
You can follow me on Instagram, search for Coffee Bean Sani, and you'll find just some stuff that I've cooked there.